What is up, everybody? Welcome to the Ham Radio Crash Course. Welcome to Saturday. I hope your week was okay. You're staying safe, doing all the things you need to do. For those of you that work out there or in a essential job, thanks for doing what you do. Anyway, we're going to get started here in a little bit. We have a whole lot to talk about. Just doing a deep dive on the Yaesu FT3DR alone is going to be about an hour, if not well over that. So I'd like to do some call-ins again like we did last time. So make sure if you got your questions, make sure you get ready to call in when I turn that number on. Got a little bit of news items we'll cover in here in the beginning, but we'll wait a second here to get started. Thanks again, everybody, taking some time out of your busy week, if not weekend, to check out the channel. Appreciate it. If you're watching this, you're seeing me live, well, you haven't seen me yet, but watching this live, go ahead and click that thumbs up button. It does help out a lot, and I appreciate it. Thanks very much. Got Sun City, West Arizona, right on. Kansas City in the house. We got some people that are trying to get their extras done before the change over to the new question pool. So, yeah, extra class being the last step on the ham radio journey, at least for licensing. Access to the bands, the privileges. So make sure you get that done if you've been waiting. I believe it flips in June, so you don't have a lot of time. NOTTL in the house. I just saw that fly by in record time. We'll be talking to him in the future. Very excited about that. Greetings from Vermont, upstate New York. Branson. What's up, Branson? Or you're from Branson. Very good. All right. Well, how's it going, everybody? I am Josh, KI6NAZ. We're going to be running back and forth to my tabletop today and doing some of this stuff. So I thought, we'll kick it off like we normally do to do our news. The way this normally works, the Ham Radio Crash Course live stream is about breeding inclusivity in amateur radio and showing you different aspects of it. So it could be a very complex topic, or it could be really introductory. Today we're going to start introductory and go a little bit deeper on the Yaesu FT3DR, which so far has been my favorite handy talkie that I've had in recent years. That includes the FT2, right? This is just kind of a little bit of an upgrade from the FT2. I made a video on that. I believe it's linked in the description if you want to check that out. And it kind of covers the differences between the two. If you already own an FT2DR, you might not need to upgrade. If you go check out that video, it may help. Anyway, the Ham Radio Crash Course, we're not just on YouTube, we're also on Facebook and Discord, among other places, but the links for the Facebook and the Discord are in the description. Discord being our chat room, where there's always somebody on all times of the day, all nights of the day. And we try and answer questions. It's a lot of fun. It covers way more topics than just ham radio, but we definitely cover ham radio to a large degree. I'll be doing an after chat right after the stream. We go straight over to Discord, and that is a live voice chat and live text chat, which is a lot of fun. We've been tipping the scales at like 100 people in the live after chat. So that has been a fun problem to solve, having all that many people available and ready to talk at any one time. We got to treat it like a repeater. You got to PTT, let go, and wait, take a breath. It's been pretty interesting. Anyway, again, thanks for checking that out if you haven't done so. So I got a couple of news items. The first one, let's flip it on over to the Webby Web. All right, so this is your last week, April 25th. I'm giving away an IC7300 provided by ICOM to the Ham Radio Crash Course. Thanks again to ICOM for doing that. The IC7300, the ICOM IC7300, has been my staple HF radio. It's the one that's right in front of me in the shack. It's the one that I probably put hands on every day of the week. It is my favorite radio. It's been probably on the most videos that I've made on YouTube regarding the Ham Radio Crash Course, so I'm honored to be able to give one away. If you want to get in on that, the link is in the description to the video. 100K subs. I can't believe I passed that milestone. Thank you, everybody, for allowing that to happen. So if you're interested, go check the link in the description, and then there's another link, sorry about that, to a Google form that you have to fill out, and that's it. And that one sign-up will get you in on all the giveaways I'm doing on the 25th. It culminates in the IC 7300, but it's going to cover a lot of other freebies that I'm going to be doing by people that have provided things to give away, stuff I've been collecting for a while. I'll try to pack it all in. It's going to be probably another long show. I hope you're ready for that. It's going to be a lot of fun, though. So thanks for taking a look. And already, I've already completely lost the chat. I start talking, and then it's just gone. So I know my wife, and we've got admins in the house, so they're keeping everybody honest. But you guys are good people, and we haven't had any problems. So thanks again for everybody checking that out and commenting. And I will try and catch up with it. But the best way is probably going to be, hit me up on the after chat or on the call-ins when we turn that on. Jake Southers says, got my tech test done today. Thanks for all your videos. You inspired me to get my test done. Congratulations. I appreciate that it helped, that you got it, that you're there now. You got the path. You're on the road. North Carolina in the house. First time in the live chat. What's up, Pedro? Right on. Paul Barron, Josh was mentioned in QST Magazine. I mentioned it last week. Yeah, they're a really nice person sent in a great email, or not email, geez, I'm all digital. Sent in an actual letter calling out the Ham Radio Crash Course, which is awesome. So yeah, thank you for doing that. If you want to check that out, check out the current edition of QST Magazine put on by the ARRL. All right, next thing. I got a video to play. Let me go ahead and unmute before we flop over here. We got big aspirations on the YouTubers bunch, and really a large collection of YouTubers, just not the YouTubers bunch, and many other people that are coming together to make this work. We're doing a Ham Fest, which is going to be May 16th, coming up here in about a month. We're going to do live streams all day. Different YouTubers are going to stream for an hour to 2 hours, and they're going to bring on different brands that we're going to attend Hamvention. We'd like to turn this into a regular thing. We're obviously not going to keep it to the same date range that Hamvention is traditionally on once they get back to normal. We don't want to step on their toes. We love what they do. We love those people that put that on. We're just trying to fill a little bit of a gap here. So this year we're going to do it at the same time, which is May 16th. But let's go ahead and play this video. Big shout out to Bob K6UDA, although we're on Jason's channel right now. But Bob K6UDA is pretty much the one that orchestrated this whole video, and he did a fantastic job. So let's check it out. It's only a minute.
Bummed that Hamvention isn't happening this year?
Yeah, so are we.
Just like you, we were looking forward to seeing all the new radios.
Antennas.
Ham radio toys.
Seeing all the industry folks.
Learning new skills and
getting the latest information on our hobby.
We were also looking forward to seeing other creators.
And having a beer or two.
Or maybe a little crown.
Yeah, we were bummed.
But we came up with an idea.
We're getting together live.
But isolated.
And we want to bring you the latest,
The greatest.
And the largest virtual ham radio show ever attempted.
Ever.
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 Ever!
On Saturday, May 16th, 2020.
Join all of us YouTubers
as we gather live on each of our channels.
And bring you everything new,
Cool.
And amazing in ham radio technology.
Join me.
Join me.
And me.
And
Some of these
guys.
All day Saturday
Along with
All of us.
for the YouTubers Hamfest.
We'll see you there, okay, guys? Later. Right on. So that's going to be awesome. I'm very excited to be involved in that. We've got a couple of different brands, major brands, all kinds of brands. Any of the brands you would expect to see at Hamvention, they're going to be out there with us on the air. Hopefully we'll be taking questions. I'll be trying to work my camera magic and get you some slides, possibly have some stuff in the shack we can talk about the different items. So I'm very excited. And again, thanks to all the brands for being involved. We are sending emails out to everybody we can to see who wants to be involved. So if anybody's watching this after the fact, you can't get in touch with me. If you're a brand that wants to introduce something that you would have taken to Hamvention this year, let us know. Or any of the major Hamfests. But due to the human malware virus, a lot of that stuff's canceled. We're trying to help out the best way we know how to. Go live, make videos. So there we go. Anyway, all right, I'm going to go flip it over to the overhead here because I got a cool other thing to show you. I got sent a prototype. This is just for me to check out of the Spirit Morse key. And it is every bit the beast that thing looks like it is. They're on Kickstarter. I put the link in the description too. Unaffiliated with me, they just said, "Hey, take a look at it and send it back when you're done playing around with it." And they're already backed. They got all the money they need to get started, but you can still get in on it if you want one. I'm gonna flip it over to the camera here, so you're also gonna see what I've got set up for the FT3DR. But anyway, let's check it out live. So here it is. So you got to kind of see it in your hand to really appreciate this thing. Got a couple of super chats. Andrew Scythe, thank you so much. And Chaz R, thanks for the channel. Oh, I appreciate it. So I got a bit of a lighting thing going on because I'm set up for the FT3DR, but here it is. This thing is beefy. It's all billet aluminum, really well made. It has Allen key heads for adjustments on the sides here, and it takes a 3mm jack. Or is that 8mm? Anyway, it's like the headphone jack. And so far, I've been having a lot of fun with it. I'm not the best at CW. I think you guys know that. But, man, that is pretty cool. This is kind of their first crack at this. So this is their iambic paddle setup, which I bet they'd probably do some more if they got the support for it. Maybe a single paddle. Who knows in the future. But I thought it was really cool. Look at that thing. All aluminum. Very nice. Anyway, that was awesome. So I'm going to play around with that a little bit more. Maybe I'll put it right there so it can be in the stream for us. So let's see. What else do we got to talk about? I always like to make sure I hit my notes. I try and take detailed notes when I do these so that I don't miss anything. Oh, yes. Today is World Amateur Radio Day. So hopefully you got out there and spread a little bit of amateur radio love. I'm sure there's websites that talk a little bit more about it. But it's an amateur radio world. Happy World Amateur Radio Day is what I put myself. So very good. Let's see, what else? The online ham testing, the remote ham testing is going forward. They kind of, as I kind of expected, they got really inundated with requests, which is good. And they've picked up new VEs to keep that whole thing going. A lot of that, you can go to my last week's live stream for the link that is in the description. Once I get a different way to do that logistically, I'll add information. I'll put it out on YouTube, and I'll make that available. But it's working. People have been responding. They've been successfully getting their license, and it's through GLARG as the VEC primarily coordinating it, and a lot of effort by many people online to make it happen. One in particular, hamstudy.org, which a lot of you probably use them to get licensed. So big thank you to them. They're, good way to support them. People ask me, what antenna would you put on your FT3DR? A Signal Stuff Signal Stick. Fits perfectly, and it is a great antenna that I have reviewed in the past, so you may want to check that out. And then lastly, Podcast with My Wife, episode 2, was just put up yesterday, and the link is in the description for that. The topic was the ARRL's field day with this COVID-19 effect, and then my wife and I talked about, for someone that's more of a, self-reliant, maybe a prepper type minded, there's a lot of people that don't want to get their license because they don't really want the government being another thing that they got to get licensed for and all that. So we talked through that a little bit through my thoughts, and Leia gave her thoughts, and it was a lot of fun. So if you're interested in a proper podcast with people talking, go check that out. Jeeper Creeper says podcast is great. Thank Leia for it. Well, you can thank her because she's in the chat. So thank you, Leia, for doing the podcast. But yeah, go ahead and, if you could, on Apple iTunes, where is generally the largest propagator of podcasts, if you could give us a rating, that would be great. Thank you. Okay, so what are we talking about today? We are going to go back to the overhead here. We're going to talk about the FT3DR. This is my little altar of Baofangs. I don't know why I did this, but the FT3DR is the current gen Yaesu kind of top-of-the-line HT for amateur radio. I've done a couple of videos in the past on it. Wyoming Ham sent me one that I did a video on if you wanted to step up between the FT2 to the FT3, what would it get you? I've done some other videos. I did a video with John Crook last year of Yaesu. He was kind enough to do something for Hamvention. We did an interview. Today, though, I'm going to go through kind of like as deep a dive as I can to kind of walk you through how to operate this thing. There is a lot. I'm going to try and do my best at it, but oh man, there is a lot of stuff to hit. So let me go ahead and get this set up here so I don't get all screwed up. But yeah, and that will culminate in me showing you how I program it. The easy way is actually the manual way. It's very easy to program manually, but we're also going to do a software load, and I've got some thoughts on software loading. So, all right, without further ado, let me stand up and walk on over here. I am going to take a sip of beer, too. Here we go. All right. So, the FT3DR, mine is programmed right now, but we're going to start fresh. For those of you that want to know how to do this, factory reset is pretty easy. Hold down the back display and band button. Hold it down, power it on. It beeps. All reset. Yes. So maybe I'm doing this a bit backwards, but did it do it? There we go. Okay, so this is what it looks like when you get your FT3DR. Enter your call sign. Max 10 letters. Okay. So I am KI6 N A Z. Okay. Now, then, just hit display. No, that's I think you got to key it. Yep. Okay. So this is what you're greeted with when you get your FT3DR right out of the box. Oh man, we got a bunch of super chats. Doug McLaren, high voltage photography. Love that. Thank you. Flying super bean. I don't know what that thing is. Is it a pear? Ham Radio Dude, thank you for the 30-06. Oh, man. Thank you for the congrats on 100K. And Andrew Scythe, thank you, buddy. Appreciate it. Okay, so I think this is a pretty fantastic looking radio. Color screen. I do have my light amped up a little bit. Maybe I can drop down this a little bit. No, it's... there we go. So it's dimming automatically. So bright enough screen to see outdoors. Looking around the radio, there's a PTT button. There's a monitor, which opens up the squelch. You use that if you want to pick up somebody on simplex frequencies and you can't normally hear them. There you go. And your squelch control toggles the volume button. See it right there, squelch? So this allows you to adjust the squelch up, like if you're on a repeater or whatnot, and it switches it back to volume. So the first thing I'm going to show you is easily enough how to set a frequency. Let's say you're just manually typing one in. It's a dual channel radio. So we're having the top channel selected. I'm going to click on the top channel. And there you go. You get a frequency readout. So I'm going to go 146,520. Okay. Simplex calling frequency. It's a really good frequency to have loaded in your radio, and I'm going to show you how to do that right now too. It's very easy. Hold down FMW, just hold it. Okay. It says, flashing, M with a red 1. It says M right or pry channel. We're going to go M right. And it's going to say overwrite. Yes, we do want to overwrite. There we go. So we're going to call it 2 meter simp. For all the simps out there. Nope, that was wrong. There we go. 2. Oh, that's right. That's one thing you got to get used to. So you got to use the arrow keys to move the cursor. Okay. And then hit the key. PTT. All right. So now we're in frequency mode. Frequency mode just allows you to set a frequency. Anyone you want. You can go back, type in a frequency. The other thing you get is memory. Memory channels. So we just programmed a memory. To switch between them, you just hit V&M. All right. So there's the 2 meter simplex. We're showing A and B channel. If we just wanted to see the A channel only, or whichever channel was selected, hold down A and B. Okay, now you just have a single channel displayed, 2 meter. We have a transmit and receive tone of 00. We have no tones set up. And so you may be asking yourself, what are tones? What is that for? That is for when you transmit, certain repeaters require an off or a tone to open up the repeater. So case in point, I'm going to pick my local repeater here, KB6INT. So I'm going to go back to my VFO mode. I'm going to type in the frequency, which is 147.255. Okay, 255. And there is a tone of 100 hertz to be able to open up the receive side of the repeater when you transmit. So to do that is pretty straightforward. You hold down the display button, and that opens up this deeper menu, I call it. I call it the deep menu. So I'm going to select signaling, and we're going to go down to tone. Where is it? Ah, we're going to go to squelch type, tone. Oh, I don't think I needed to do that. Sorry. Tone squelch frequency. There we go. So we're going to pick 100. And go back. Did I turn it on? Oh, I didn't. No, I had to do that. So back into it, hit signaling, squelch type. Says none. We want tone on. Fast travel back to the main screen is PTT. So there we go. All right, so now we have a tone of 100, and we have a positive offset, which for this repeater is it positive or negative? It is negative. Where's my flippity flip? Nope. Oh, my kids are banging on the house. Oh, you know what? I forgot how to do the offset. That's fun. You gotta love that when you're like, hey, yeah, I'm gonna show everybody how to do this. I totally forgot how to do it. It's fun to remember on the fly like that, right? Nope, not there. Oh, it's under config. There it is, repeater shift. Okay. We want it negative. So let me go back a step, and I'll show you what just happened. Okay, so it defaulted to positive here, right? We want to make that, or we want it positive. We want it negative, but it just defaulted to positive. So if you wanted to do that, and the radio is trying to help you out. Sometimes it helps you out a little too much. So you hold down display, go to config, repeater shift, and then you set it to negative, simplex, or positive. So there you go. Okay, so we want to... Well, hold on. Test it. Is that right? 147,855. Nope. 147,855. Okay, 147,855. And we want it toned step down. Am I doing it right? Okay, got it. All right. So we want to save that into memory. Hold it down again. We're going to write it. It's automatically going to increment to channel 2 by default. And then you hit mem write. And this repeater is WB6INT. So WB6. That's right. And you could do this capital letters if you want. Oops. INT. PTT it. Okay, so now if you go into memory, there you go. So there's WB6 INT, and we have 2 meter simplex loaded. So there you go. We've got 2 repeaters loaded, and that was done by hand. So pretty straightforward to do it manually, at least in my experience. So that's the radio 2 meter, 70 centimeter aspect of the radio. But the thing I use the most is APRS. So what you do to get that started is go back into display. Okay. Go to APRS. We want to turn on the modem, number 4. So hit display again. Turn it on for 1200 BPS. And we're going to go down to GPS power. It's on. Make sure it's on. And we need to set our call sign for APRS, which is number 23. So hit display again. Okay, there's nothing in there right now, so we need to add it. KI6. Okay, so now you hit display, I believe. Yeah, so you hit display, and there it gives you the negative number after it. I use 7 generally. And there you go. So now we have that set. So here's our satellite that's solid. If you don't have a GPS lock, this will be flashing. Or is it the other way around? No, I think it's solid. It's good. We can test that if we click display and click on the compass. So there's our GPS satellites that we're receiving right now. This is a GPS HT. Hit display again, takes you back. So we need to set up APRS, which is a frequency that we'll run here in a second. But what I'm going to do is walk through some of the other features, and then we're going to do a programming via software, and then I'll walk you through kind of what I do once that's all set up. But okay, so we've covered the memory channels that you load. We've covered the 2 meter and 70 centimeter a bit because this is dual band. It's how you pretty much use it. But let's say you wanted to do listening on the wider bands that this supports. If you want to go into that, you hit FMW, and we can add a dual here. Where is it? Nope. There we go. So now it's opened up a third channel on top. So it's splitting the top channel. And if we want, we can go add a... Oops. Is it because we're in memory? Yeah, that's why. Go back to dual. Guess I'll just do the dial. My fat fingers is not clicking. I'm just looking for a FM station to listen to. There we go. KUSC. Okay. Okay, we don't need to listen to that anymore. Okay, so that's if you want to listen to FM at the same time. But you can do other things like listen to different bands on this, and so we'll walk through those really quickly. So that's your AM band. Hitting the band button.
We've been here on the ship
There's
that's comprised.
91.5 again, where I left it. 1.8 AM. This will take you through the ham bands, the shortwave bands. So if we wanted to, we could go 0, 1, 4, 2, 2, 5, which 225 megahertz is where 20 meters starts for generals. So another band, 50 megahertz AM, And I got one more. No, let me go back through that again. We're going to try and do airband really quick here. Okay. So I do have my antenna on the roof connected. So I'm going to show you how to use scanning now. So we're in VFO mode. We're on the AM 108 megahertz, which is going to go up to 130 something. We're going to go back into FMW, and we're going to go to scan, which is right there. So we're going to scan. Hopefully we'll get something. We'll see. All right, there's airband. Whoop. You can hit PTT to... Did we lose it? If you're scanning, if you hit the PTT button, it'll stop the scan. Let's see if we can do that again. There we go. These are fast transmissions. Okay. All right, so that takes you through that. And that's how you would scan any frequency. So if we go back up to 2 meters again, if we want to scan that, we just do scan again. Pretty fast scanning. That's some kind of digital. Now, we'll cover it in a bit once we do the programming, the software programming. You could manually program this thing up. It just is way faster if you use the software. We're hitting a lot of DMR or some kind of digital. Oh, nice. That was like SSTV. So the FM with the line over the top, hopefully I'm getting that in the shot, that is listening on FM but also trying to automatically decode different modes. That will let you pull in Yaesu System Fusion or wires if you happen to stop on a repeater that has it. Now we're in the weather radio area, but anyway, that's how scanning works. All right, I'm going to hop out of here, and I'm going to show you a quick programming with the SCU19 software cable, and then we'll come back to it. I'll catch some of the chat, and we'll try and answer some questions. So, okay, I've got the SCU19 cable, which is right here. I purchased that a long time ago. I'm going to connect. Well, first I'm going to turn the radio off. You'd have to do the same process if you are using any programming cable with this radio. Hold down display, power the radio on. Okay, it enters it into clone mode. Clone mode is a receive mode or a send mode. In this case, we're going to receive or have frequencies received on it. I'm going to show you what that looks like. And quickly, let's go to my display here. I want to quickly talk about the Yaesu software, and then I want to talk about the RT System software. Because frankly, I feel that it's worth your money to get the RT System software. But let's take a look at this really quick. So this is the Yaesu software. They're almost identical between the two. So this is the RT Systems up top. This is the Yaesu on the bottom. Everything's the same. Bad mic. There we go. There we go. So the difference between these two is they all work the same, completely the same. But the difference is that the RT Systems will query outside frequencies from things like repeater book, radio reference, stuff like that, versus the Yaesu software is not going to. And in fact, let me change this a bit. Can I? Is that better? Yeah, that's better. Okay, good. I can get more on the screen if I use that chat. Thank you. We want to see everything that you can. All right. So pretty much the same. I think the RT Systems is like $30 or $40 for just the software. You need the cable. So what I have is my file here. This is already the one that was loaded on that radio, but we're going to start a little bit fresh. So I'm going to show you how to do that. So we're going to go new. Okay. So we've got an empty frequency here. So let's just say we wanted 146.52. Come on. Dot. Yes, thank you. Yes, thank you. 146.520. Okay. So it knows it's simplex. Its operating mode is FM. We check the box for AMS because that's the whole point of this radio, is so that you can do that. Hiking the Gorge. Keep up the good work. Thank you. Spawny with $4.20 said it's 420 again. Thank you for that. Right now we're operating mode is FM. We have AMS on, which is automatic mode selection. So that's what lets you switch between FM and digital. And then we can give it a name again, 2 meter simplex. And tone mode, we want none because it's simplex. So you could just manually do that. You could just type it out manually and that would be fine. Or you could go under File, External Data, and you could do a repeater book search. Or you could try. Why didn't it open it up? Oh, because I've got it open already. File, let's do that again. External search, repeater book search. I'm in Cerritos, California. I want 2 meters, 70 centimeters. And I want a radius of 10 miles, hit OK. And we get this big long list of all these different repeaters. And what I like to do right off the bat is search by repeater notes. And so I can just omit all of these that are DMR, right? Because this is not a DMR radio. This is, well, this says DMR Yaesu System Fusion, which is great, but, you know, whatever. This is like everything. D-Star, P25, DMR, Yaesu System Fusion. So let's see. Do we have one of those that's within me? Not really. Not close enough. You got a couple of Echo links with Yaesu System Fusion. Mark Wolf, thank you for the super chat. Couple of more here. There's another one, Yaesu System Fusion in Wildemar, Inland Valley Hospital. So go down here and say, oh, here's a whole bunch of them. I've got the bunch that are Yaesu System Fusion system mix mode. So I'll control click and then shift click. And I will control click to copy, control C to copy, and I'll go back to my new empty program list, click on the 2, and I can just paste them in. So cool, I can go ahead and paste a whole series of frequencies. The advantage of this is, now that I know those are all Yaesu System Fusion, I can just have it start out in DN mode and have AMS on. So just change it over to DN, copy it, then select all of them, and paste it down. So you got DN. I can do the same thing with AMS. Copy AMS, right? Copy, and then select down, paste it. So now we got, it'll start out in digital, paste it down. So you're using AMS, which is great. Philomeno Boy, thanks, man. This info is so helpful, bro. Big help. I need this. Yo, yo, yo from Philly. Man, I haven't had a good Philly cheesesteak in a long time. Okay, so we got all these digital frequencies right up top. I'm going to show you how to add them to their own group, or bank, if you will. So if we know we start on item 3, and they go down through 29, I can scroll over here to the right, and you see how there's bank 1, bank 2, bank 3. So if I click bank 1, copy that, and go down to the bottom here and paste it, we're going to load a separate bank of memory just for Yaesu System Fusion repeaters. You could do this if you were in APRS, or if you had a club repeater, or if you were in a group of people that had a particular frequency set they wanted to operate on in certain times, if they're doing events or whatever. You could go ahead and load a bank of just those repeaters. You can have a big mob bank of like all the repeaters or frequencies you want in your radio, just in the main. But if you want to, you can break them up into separate banks, which is nice. So you've got banks 1 through a whole lot. There's a lot of banks. Okay, so those are all added as banks now. Let's say you just kept going with this, right? So you go back to your repeater book search. Okay, Yaesu System Fusion is gone. So these are all analog repeaters. Let's just assume that they're in your area. Like this one from Running Springs, Big Bear. That's where my dad is. Huntington Beach, not far from where I'm at. So I want those guys, so I'll copy those. Again, I'm just control clicking, and then I'm control C'ing for copying. And I'll go back to the Untitled. Click the number 30 to select the whole row, and then control V to paste. And so there's my analogs. You get the idea. So let me go back to mine. I'm going to program this into the radio. This is one that I did beforehand. But before I do that, I want to add some frequencies to what I call the groups. Groups are on the right-hand side of the screen there. So I want to add 2-meter simplex, which is there in group 1. I want to add my pi star, and I want to add a couple of repeaters. So I'm going to copy this guy, and I'm going to go over here to the group. I'm going to click on group number 2, slot 2, and I'm going to go to add to cam group. And there it is. It popped in right there. Next one, the K9KAO repeater, which is always active. I'm going to click on the next group slot, K9KAO. I'm going to go add cam group. Next one, I'm going to show you what cam is in a second. It's a quick way to see like a couple of frequencies, which is really nice if you are, again, out in the field, you know, working an event, if you're working ARIES or RACIES and you got a couple of frequencies you need to monitor for local comms, outside calls, whatever. That's very helpful. Again, if you've got a group of friends and there's like 2 repeaters you work on, but then you also want to monitor your own friend frequency that you guys are on, assuming you're all hams. That would be one thing to do. And then I want the WB6INT, so I'll move it down 1, and then WB6INT, right click, add to cam group. Okay, so now I've got 4 repeaters over here in this cam group. And I'm going to save really quick. And I'm going to go to communications, and I want to send the data to the radio. It's going to say some stuff. Make sure you hold down display when turning on the radio. Verify it's in clone mode, which we are still in clone mode. And I'm going to hit OK. And then I'm going to... There we go. Does not match. The information in the radio does not... Click OK for more information. What? I wanted to reload it. Oh, is it because I did a factory reset? That's not fun. So let me save this off really quick. Figure this out. I may have to just copy it over. So let's get data from radio. Uh-oh, we might have crashed it. Get data. Oh, I can't select it. Oh, we're just doing all the fun things. Let me close out of here really quick. No. Gonna troubleshoot live. Ham Radio DX, thanks for all the videos, Josh. Lots of people tell me how helpful they are. You're an inspiration when it comes to creating. Thank you, I appreciate it. Until we have live problems, but that's okay. Okay, we're going to go ahead and save this file. Save it. Let's try that one more time. Send to radio. Yep. It should have already popped up something. Okay. So let's check our port. It's always fun when you think you can do something and you're like, hey, I'm just going to do a factory reset and it should be good. But it's not good. Is it under preferences? Yeah, let me restart it. We're going to close it out. Save it and close it. No. Yeah, I didn't want to have to read from radio, though. I wanted to just copy it in, so... but we're going to have to do that right now. All right, so here's the RT systems again. It's not a ham radio crash course without a troubleshooting session. That's right. Let's grab from radio. All right, I'm gonna... Okay, there we go. It says hit send. So we'll show you really quick on the overhead. We are pulling data in. It's sending data into the computer from the radio. Never a dull moment. Gives me a moment to catch up with the comments. There's been a lot. Thank you for 534 people watching. I appreciate it. Was saving the info to a memory card instead of using... Yeah, so Kersley asked a really good question. Absolutely. Program to a memory card, pop that into the radio, and do it that way. That's a fine way to do it. And actually, that's how I used to program the FT3DR. So it's totally fine. Yes, so everybody's saying the same thing on the SD card. Yeah, so if you don't want to get the SCU19 cable, if you don't want to do any of that business, you can just load it to an SD card. So set up your channels, save it to an SD card, which is one of the options. I'll show you again. And then just pull it out of your computer once it's copied in, pull it over to the radio, plug it in, and say import from SD card. I'll show you how to do that really quickly too. Software that will work for the FT3. So the Yaesu software is free. You can go ahead and get, let's see, the Yaesu software again is free. You can download that from their website, or you can get the RT System software. RT System software is off their website. Just search for it. Today is my beer is an IPA. I would give you more information, but it's not that great. The SD card limit size, I believe, is either 32 gigs or 128. Okay, so it says successfully received. Fantastic. Let's see if we can load this guy now back in. So I'm going to do the same thing in reverse. Send data to radio. Otherwise, I'm going to have to like copy and paste, which is fine. Well, it doesn't like it. Okay, fine. So we're going to copy down all these guys. Nope. Come on. There we go. Copy. There we go. We're going to do my group thing again. So we're going to add simplex. We're going to click the next one. We're going to add PyStar. What a pain. You got to fall flat on your face sometimes to really learn. And then we're going to do WB6INT, add to cam group. Okay, so we're on this unentitled guy here. Let's see if we can load it. Uh-oh. Click cancel to cancel and try again. Why? What did I do wrong? Oh, I did put simplex in twice. Third channel. That's fine. No, you don't. It prompts you. At least it did the last time. So, well, that's fine. Let's try to do... All right. Let's try to do it that way. It prompted me the last time. It popped this screen up and then prompted me. Yeah, there's something else going on. Huh. That's odd. So we could download from radio, but it doesn't like going up to radio. So, all right, let's look at some things. Radio menu settings. Call signs K6NAZ, yeah. Interesting. No, because we downloaded from radio. It's not the COM port. That's weird. Well, found a bug online. No, this is all after all. Have you turned it off and back on again? Enhance. Oh, I love all the comments. Thank you for what the hell? We haven't had a good old-fashioned problem in a while, so we're probably due for it. That's really odd, though. So everything else is the same. I haven't changed anything. Somebody says you can only do one, then you need to restart. Okay. Oh, it said error. Interesting. So I'm going to hold display again. Oh, it like bricked itself. Not bricked, but it's making me enter my call sign again. Okay, let's try that again. Turn it off. It did not like that. Aha! Okay, we're back in a clone. Let's send data to radio. That's not good. Information in the radio does not match that of the file. Okay. No, I know people keep saying you need to do that first, but this is from that radio. It's the same thing from the radio. So that's fine. So we'll go ahead and close this out. No. Again, we'll turn it off. I know everybody keeps saying you need to do that first, but we already did it. All right. We're going to get data from radio again. Okay, now, see, that's the screen I want to see where it says click the thing. Click send, click receive, whatever. Yo, bro, it had a write mode on the radio, didn't it? Restart radio after reset. Interesting. So here's what happened. I'll tell you what happened. I bought this, programmed it. I've had it for over a month now. I had one before that I was playing with, but used the software, downloaded from radio, added the frequencies I wanted, uploaded it to the radio, worked no problem, saved the frequencies off. Before starting the stream, I had the big idea of I'll just set this back to factory reset or factory default so I could walk you all through it. Well, now I have my image that was based off of, you know, the last radio before I did the factory reset, and now it seems to be not okay with that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read from radio. I'm just going to set the simplex frequency to 2 meter simplex, and then I'll go ahead and upload it again. We'll try that, and if that works, then we're going to do the copy paste job. See if that works. We'll try it. It'll work. We'll get there. Bill says I'm waiting for a review on the 705. Yeah, man. Once I get one, I'll be happy to review it. Billy Ramirez, thanks for the support and the super chat. Thank you. And everybody that's commenting to do the thing differently, I've already been using this. I don't show this to you live with never trying this stuff before. But thank you. Land Cruiser Chewy, thank you for the super chat. All right. Turn the radio off and disconnect. It actually, okay, good. All right. So we're going to set this to 146.520. 146.520. And we'll say 2 meter. Okay. We'll leave it at that. We'll save it. Test. And we're going to write it to radio. It says clone. Okay. We're receiving. Go. Okay. Maybe we got it sorted out now. I think it was just a matter of restarting and having it in the right setup. Okay, so we're going to send our simple upload. Then we're going to redo it. Oh my God, with hours done. We're going to redo it again, and then I'm going to walk you through how to jump through the different banks, use APRS, some of the other fun stuff. So this is going to be a long one. While this is loading, somebody already got it in the chat. I'm going to take my ham radio 2.0 glass that I have from last year's Hamvention, and I'm going to fill it up. You guys watch the load. Tell me when it's done. Okay. Josh had a Hamilton set aside to test for my tech, but seems like cannot get on the schedule. Sending it to show my appreciation. Thank you. Andrew Sly, thank you. Or Sylth? Anyway, sorry if I'm pronouncing your name improperly. I apologize. Okay, let's see. Maybe I'm dumb, but I can't find the Yaesu programming. Oh, okay. So go on target reviews. So everybody, I can go ahead and show you this while we're waiting. It's almost done. Boop boop boop. So we're gonna go to the Yaesu FT3DR. You can search for Yaesu FT3DR programming. Doesn't matter. Come on, open. Here we go. So if you go to Files under their homepage. Let's see, where is it? The FT3DR, FT3D programming software, ADMS 11 version 1. This is what you want right there. Okay, that's it. Okay, so we are back to the home screen. We have 2 meters loaded, so that did work. So I'm going to reset this now again. Hold down display. Restart it. Okay, we're in clone mode. Plug it back in. Okay. And we are going to go back to my good one here, which is what I want to send. And we're going to go send to radio. We're going to hit receive. Wait is on. Hit OK. All right. Finally. So it was just a culmination of having the wrong things. Whatever. Yaesu does not support Mac. RT Systems does. So there you go. Get Mac. If you have a Mac, then you can use the software I'm using right now. All right. Chaz R stuff happens usually at the most opportune time, inopportune time. Yeah, just turn on a live stream on somewhat technical topic, and you'll definitely figure out how to break it. Chirp does not program the FT3DR. RT Systems works great on Mac. It generally works well. Missed what I can do. Missed it. What can I use with a Mac? RT Systems. I would use the RT Systems. You can try Chirp. I don't. I don't. So somebody just asked, can South American people enter the giveaway? Yes, anyone can enter the giveaway. I want to do it. I want to. Yes. But man, I gotta be honest. I'll send it to you if you win, but I don't want you to win. I don't want to pay that shipping. Oh, it's gonna be expensive. Okay. Yay! All right. So let's go back over to the tabletop here and get back to work. Okay. Also, I'm not gonna do any more of this without having that there. All right, so we're back. All right, so FT3DR program back with my programming load. I'm gonna go into, we are in memory mode for that little M you can see there. So just looking through this. Oh, this is the ham radio crash course talk group.
And Mike MOW, it's great to work you over here.
Okay, we got APRS now. I'll show you how to use that in a second. Okay, so now that we're in memory mode, same thing before. If you hit scan, it scans through all the memories. All right, so we'll go back to simplex. Let me go down here. So the bottom channel, the B channel, is where you set APRS. So we have APRS turned on now. And mode is not. There you go. So APRS is just a simplex frequency, 144.390. Right now it's not turned on though, so I'm going to go back and show you how to do that again. Hold display. Go to APRS. We'll start from the bottom up. Check my call sign. Nope, not that. Call sign is still KI6NAZ7, which is what I want. GPS power, we'll turn it on. And then we're going to go to APRS modem. right there. Turn that on. Okay, so now we're gonna have that satellite right there in the upper screen. Hit display. We've got incoming signals. Normally I would be hearing things on APRS right now. Is it just that there's a... No, I'm not trying to do satellite APRS. There we go. All right, so we're picking up APRS now. Okay, so APRS is a beaconing system, right? I've talked about this before. It will display different packets of information, weather stations, people sending text messages. If anybody wants to send me a message, you now know my call sign. It's KI6NAZ-7. But to start out, I'll just do the beacon. Hit FMW, and we'll go to beacon transmit. So red light means it's transmitting. I don't know that we got picked up. I usually get a response. We'll try that again. We'll have to wait and see. I'll leave it on beacon, or I'll leave it on APRS mode if somebody wants to try and send me a message. Okay, so that's APRS. We're receiving APRS packets. That's what this is. If you want to see who's around you that's beaconing APRS, click the FMW. Go to S list for stations, and these are all the stations that have been picked up. And yes, APRS is on B only. This is B. Okay, so that's APRS. You would use this to send messages. If you wanted to do a message send, you would go into M list. I have none. This is a new-ish radio. Okay, there we go. Good. That was perfect timing. So we just got a message. So let's go back. So we got a message from VE5DWR. Hi from Canada. Great. Let's reply. Edit text. Let's go hi back. Oop. Okay. And we go back. M transmit, high back, 73. So we fired it back. Oop. Thanks for the stream from K7IBU-7. We're going to get inundated right now. I'm going to have to turn APRS off. We're not going to get... It's going to be a meltdown. Go back. I can't get back in. There we go. Oh, my God. No, there's only a couple. That's all right. So this shows you the status. We've got a message going out. We have 1, 2 coming in. And KE7DUX. I know that guy. Hello, your vehicle's warranty has expired. I had somebody call me. Stupid cell phone number called me that. Cletus Cassidy says, thanks for doing this video. Yeah, no problem, buddy. All right, so this is a lot of fun to use if you're like out in the field, right? So you can beacon yourself out there. I'm not going to show you it right now, but if you were to pull up APRS.fi, you'd be able to look up your call sign if you were transmitting beacons. Okay. I'm going to turn APRS off just because I'm going to get inundated if I don't. Stop it! Okay. Off. And we're going to go to GPS, and we're going to turn that off too. If you're using this radio indoors and you want to save battery life, turn your GPS off. Now notice I turned the modem off, and now we're getting all these tones, these packet digital tones. If the modem is on, you won't hear these because it'll decode them for you. Okay, so that's what you're hearing right now. If you want to avoid hearing them and you don't have APRS turned on, you don't have the GPS on, just get off that frequency. Go back to your 2-meter simplex, for instance. Okay, so now you won't hear it. All right, let's get this antenna off there so I can... Thank you to everybody that messaged me, Johnny on the spot with the messages. That was pretty good. Okay, now let's show you that camp feature. So remember I set those group frequencies before? So FMW, we're going to go to cam. And here's our group 1. And to show you what's in that group, we've got a G12, G13, G14. Remember, I had simplex twice, so I got rid of G11. So simplex is 2. Looks like 3 is my pi star, and 4 is a local repeater, or I think 3 might be... No, I think this is the local repeater. But we can look at it. So let's go to group. We're on group 1. We want to see who's in it, so let's go to member. So we have N6RVI, K9KAO, WB6INT. Let's add something. So we're going to add 2-meter simplex. Enter. So now we've got 4. Okay. So now we'll see if anybody's on 2-meter simplex, it will show up. Or anything, for instance, if anything's going on, any activity, they'll show up in these little boxes down here. KE0SPB, thank you for the support. He just said he just got his 2 weeks ago. All right, let's go back into group and change this one. So we're going to go into group 1 member. We've got a 5th slot here. Let's add my pi star. So now I can be flipping through frequencies, and I can still see the activity down below here if it changes, if people pop up. So if I do a test, see, there you go. There's pi star. There's activity going on over the Ham Radio Crash Course talk group. So let you know, regardless of what you're doing, so you can be on this completely unrelated repeater, but you can see that there's activity. Apparently there's activity on simplex. Is that right? No. No. Can't be. Anyway, I think you get the idea. Turning it off, you just hit cam again. Takes you out. Other thing you can do just from the main FMW window is bring up the band scope. The way to do that, though, is you can't be in memory mode, so get out of that. Actually, let's be out of this one, memory mode. Go back into FMW, and we'll pull up the scope. So it's literally a band scope in your hand, kind of, to see the activity. So syntax 2600, a simple yes or no. Should I pull the trigger on this FT3DR? First time supporting, yes or no on this. No follow-up questions. I can't answer that yes or no. You got to give me more context. What do you plan on doing with it? Are you going to go hiking? Are you an outdoorsy person? If you're an outdoorsy person, this would be my preferred radio to have in the field. I need to know more about you, Syntax 2600. I would say yes, but it's like a $350 radio. So, I mean, let's do the math here. $25, $350. This does way more things. It's digital, APRS, many other features, Bluetooth enabled, etc., but, you know, it's more expensive. Anyway, you can use this to go through and listen or look at different frequencies, and it will slide the band scope up and down. This is really helpful if you're in an area you're not familiar with, potentially one that might be a little quieter than my area. Question in the chat was, how's the battery life? The battery life is good, assuming that you leave GPS and APRS off. If it's on, it will deplete the battery faster. I can get about 1.5 to 2 days out of it on a charge without GPS on and with the APRS modem off. That's been my experience. Okay, so that's the band scope. What else? Oh yeah, LED light. You gotta love that. Make sure you have your LED light on. It's a kind of funny feature. Okay. The other thing that you have that the FT2 does not is the capability to record audio. In fact, let me grab its SD card here. I'm going to have to show you how to do this anyway, so I might as well just grab it right now. I wanted to do it all professional-like with the programming cable, but I should have just used the SD card. To be honest, I've had the easiest time just using the SD card, so I recommend you all do it that way too. Okay. So the SD light is illuminated right there. So if we wanted to, we could record. And it would literally start recording QSOs or your contacts or whatever you're doing. So we want to get out of that now. Record stop. Pretty easy. So if I wanted to back this radio up onto an SD card, which I just popped into it, we're going to go hold down display for the deep menu. We're going to go to SD card. We're going to go to backup. Write to SD. We're going to say write. Yes. I use the dial to turn it. And it's going to back it up. Incredibly helpful to have the SD card. Oh, yeah. So somebody just said, it records? Yeah. So you could technically be like real old school 90s time, right? You could listen to the radio and record it. Don't do that. But you could do that. Now, so real quick, if you use the programming software to load to SD card, you could go to memory channel, display, read from SD card. And that's what would put the memory channels onto there. Okay, so that's helpful. Let's see, what are some other things you can do? We've covered a lot of stuff already. Oh, we didn't even get to Wires X, though. So Wires X is, let's see, what was that Wires X repeater? That was the one I need to show you. Hold on really quick. Let's jump back over here. Yeah, that's a really good point. Who was it? The KD2 KVZ amateur radio. Record feature is great for catching malicious interference on repeaters for evidence. Yes, I agree. Let's go to here really quick. I made a note of Wires X repeaters. We need a Wires X repeater specifically. Uh-oh, where is it? Mix mode might do it. Anyway, let's show you the bank system then. That'll be an easy way. Oh, sorry. My audio. Yeah, sorry. I'm back. I was trying to find the better frequency list. So we'll go to memory really quick. So let's go back for a second. I'll start over again. So remember we loaded all those Yaesu System Fusion repeaters. If you go to the deep menu, display, hold down display, go to memory. We're going to go to bank. Wait, where is it? Okay, go into memory mode. Which one was it? I think it's this guy. So we're going to try and enter the Wires X room from here. In fact, let me change the antenna just so we get better reception. All right. So to enter a Wires X repeater, you hit the X button. No, it didn't reply. This one's not it. pulling the microphone this time. I'm going to find me that wires X repeater really quick. Nope, it didn't like that. There's not a lot. That's the problem. I should pull this up here so you can see it. What wires X does, so just like a DMR repeater turns it's just digital over repeater. Wires X works a bit differently. So we're going to go to California. Eventually, where are you? There you are. Band, 2 meters. Go. Yeah, see, there's not a lot. I might be able to hit Santa Monica. So let's see if we've got them. Oh, another feature that's pretty nice about this software is you can sort by call sign. You can just click on the column that you want to sort by. That makes it really easy. So we are looking for Santa Monica K6. Oh, it's closed. Oh, of course it is. Really? Let's try 70 centimeters. Okay, that's better. What's a close one? Do I get N6TRI? N6TRI. Yes, I do. It's... Let's see if I added it to the group here. Well, we're going to do it now. Okay. One more time. Programming the radio. What's the difference between Wires X and D-Star? Wires X is Yaesu. D-Star is ICOM. Different digital formats. Different digital modes, actually. Okay. All right. Loading again. Hopefully this last one will have it, so we should be good. The difference here, and while this loads, I can explain it. Yaesu System Fusion is comparable to like DMR, right? Semi-similar modes, C4 FM. They just work off of repeaters, right? They're kind of digital mode over repeater. Wires X is more of a front-end control with kind of a computer back-end for like these chat rooms. So you get actually like a GUI when you connect to a Wires X repeater. You actually get like a drop-down list of different rooms you can join, messages like email boxes in the loosest term. So that's a bit different. And for those of you asking, why don't you use PyStar? Why don't you use this, that, and the other? Wires X doesn't work on PyStar. It doesn't work on Zoom spots. It doesn't work on hotspots at all. For everybody that says, use your hotspot, it doesn't work with Wires X. Those are two completely separate things. My hotspot will not do Wires X. It will do Yaesu System Fusion, which it's already doing. No, it doesn't. For everybody that says it does not. There you go, Rob. Enjoy your time out. We can talk about it in the after chat, but it doesn't work that way. I can actually demonstrate it for you, but okay. So we got it programmed. Let me pull it back over here. Okay. All right, let's go back to... What was that about? They seem to be having a problem with their repeater. They're playing... What? What did we just stumble into? Well, that's not it. No, that is it, but it's not working. Well, that's weird. That's funny. Anyway, okay, forget that then. Let's go to PyStar. So here's... Oh, look, they're talking about Wires X on a hotspot. Let's click it, see what happens. No, he's just going to talk now.
It seems to work rather well, but that's another way of doing it, I suppose. Anyway, 73.
Okay. So I'm in it, but here's the problem. Okay. So this is what it looks like. This is what Wires X looks like, but here's where we get into trouble. So when you go to the HRCC link, which is what we're on, if you wanted to go to, say, I don't know, anything else. So it'll come back with blah, blah, blah. So let's go to America link, which is the most active. So it won't join. So it's a faux Wires X. The reality of what Wires X is supposed to do is you should be able to go to any of these if you had an actual Wires X node in your house. You could join America Link, or if it was a repeater that had a Wires X node, you could join any one of these. And these are actual like chat rooms that are going on. So like CQ, UK Wires X, you'd be put in with a group of 61 other people. Tom Harrington, World Amateur Radio Day is going on Echolink World IRLP 9251. Oh, there you go. Get the word on. So yeah, when you tap it, so okay, I'm going to join it. Go. It's going to say waiting, waiting, waiting. Why did that join? Oh, that one worked. America Link didn't work. I could never get on America Link. Well, now we're in the UK. Hi, hi. So fantastic. That's good news. Okay, so when you're here, so this is actually like the Wires X server. So kind of like their server, I guess you could call it, their homepage, for lack of a better name. You could pull up their news. No, I keep hitting display. I don't want to do that. Click it. We're going to download. Message, if there's any. There isn't. What's the local news like? Nothing.
You look out here, looking out the mountain range and the scenery, and nothing's changed since yesterday or the month before.
So now we're in the UK. Let's switch it up. Let's go. Come on. That's another thing too. Is it's kind of hogged up now. You got to wait for it to stop.
It's been awesome chatting with you. I better get back to my little chores there, what I was doing, and I really appreciate the convo today. And I hope the rest of the day goes well for you there.
So we're not doing a video on hotspots, but I'm kind of bridging this through my hotspot. Yes. So using the HRE200 DMR could no. So no, you can't use DMR for this.
It's funny radio hotspot boy. Hey, you're live. I'm live, but hey, listen. One out of the train.
No. You're not getting on. Sorry, buddy. So that's that one. That's not what I wanted. Get off of there.
Oh man, sucks being a stupid bitch, doesn't it?
Oh my God, you are a horrible person.
Up here on the little screen on the FT3D, no problem at all. Occasionally I do notice that depending on what...
What a horrible person. You can see yourself out. Feel free to ban him if he comes up. Yeah, just ban him. Thanks, Rob. Bye.
Occasionally some of the English folk or the UK folk, or even...
Well, anyway, what happens is this gets tied up, and then you can't query because they're talking right now, so you have to wait.
Where that particular call sign... that particular call sign will pop up. So you look at the screen...
Well, anyway, you can figure out...
The same call sign as the actual station calling.
You can figure out that another time for Wires X. So we don't make anybody else mad. Anyway, so that's Wires X. That is different from just using Yaesu System Fusion. Yaesu System Fusion is, again, just a digital mode on a repeater or on your hotspot. Wires X is a different setup. You use an HRI 200 for that. You can use a bridge type setup, a reflector, to go from your talk group in your hotspot to whichever room you want to connect to. So HRCC link, for instance. Yeah, so you can't escape Wires X until someone unkeys. So if you're on a room and somebody's actively talking like a lot, you're not going to be able to get out of it unless you just change frequencies and get off of it. But your hotspot's probably going to be stuck on it, or your HRE 200 or whatever. So that's that. All right, what else can we talk about? I think that's a good place to go for now. I think we've covered most of the things. So the other thing, I don't have another radio right here to do this, but the GM feature. So if we go back to simplex, so if we do GM, what it'll do is any radios that are on 146.520, they'll talk to each other, and you can actually get the location of where they're at. So if you had an FT2DR, an FT3DR, they can talk to each other, and you can actually get kind of a relative direction of where they're at and how far away you are from them, and you could talk to them directly. Probably don't use 146.520, so you don't have to be on the main frequency. There you go. Pick another one. So there you go. All right, let's take a couple of calls. Let's check the chat room for questions, too. Okay. Let's see. All right, got the mic, too. Okay, so I'm looking at the chat room. Let's see if we're actually still on. Oh, good, we are. Okay. Where is it? All right. If anybody would like to call in, we'll do it that way. And I will be monitoring the chat as well to try and answer questions. Yeah, anything that goes on live goes directly to YouTube after the fact. Lee Harrell, the simple reason was because Fieldcraft just surprised me with it. They had it shipped to me. They bought me one and sent it to me. I already had I was gonna get it, but ended up. I like my FT2 a lot. Hi, new caller. What's your name? You have to mute your YouTube. I'll put you back on mute till you figured it out. New caller, what's your name? Andy. You know call sign? Okay, great. All right, we got Andy KC9ONA. What's up?
Is this Josh?
Yes.
Oh, hey, man. What's going on? No, this is Andrew Silphy. I wanted to just let you know it's pronounced Silphy.
Silphy?
Silphy. Yeah, you got it, man.
Okay, Silphy. All right, got it. Sorry about that. Do you have a question or anything?
Yeah, no, I just wanted to say I was the guy that had chatted you up on Discord for a while. I was just saying you got to get into All-Star and do some All-Star videos.
I mean, I only have so much money. I don't have a radio that can do it.
That's the cool thing, man. Oh, you can get into it for cheap. I mean, you got a bunch of Yaesu radios and whatnot laying around. I mean, you could interface with the 6-pin mini DIN connectors. I mean, anything that's got audio in and out and the COS and the PTT lines, available. They all work.
What computer are you using to connect to it?
Yeah, you just need to use a Raspberry Pi, and then you can use just a simple audio interface. It uses a C-Media chipset, like a CM108 or 119.
Mm-hmm.
You can get those online. There's lots of people out there that sell them for anywhere from, $30 as a kit if you got to do some simple soldering, up to, $100 for one that's got a lot of nice audio circuitry and everything else.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, I'll think about it. I'll look it up, but I don't know. I kind of don't spend a lot of time on repeaters in the first place. I don't know.
Well, that's the whole thing. You can just do a bunch of simplex linking. I mean, we got a nice group out here in the Illinois area. Just a lot of guys. They'll just have a little simplex node, short range, connect up like 10 people, and it's great because everyone's full quieting. Just have a little powwow every night. It's a good time.
Okay.
But no, I just also wanted to tell you that I've been enjoying the FT3D here. It looks like a pretty slick radio.
It is pretty nice. I do like it. Like I said, it's the radio I carry with me whenever I'm carrying a radio for sure, and it's probably my favorite outdoor radio so far. And the FT3DR is still good too. If you have that, that's a good radio as well. But yeah, I like them both.
Yeah, I bought the FT1D a while back.
Mm-hmm.
Got the FTM400, the 100, and a couple others, but the one that I'm still sticking with and rocking around with is the Yaesu VX8GR. It's a great radio.
Yeah. Yes, that is a good radio. All right.
Yeah,
I got a couple
I'll
more.
let you go, man. But
Thanks, Andy.
Yeah. I just wanted to tell you you're doing a great job. Thanks a lot, and keep pumping out great content.
All right. Thank you, man. Take it easy. See ya.
Take care, bud. All right, bye.
All right. New caller. What's your name?
Hey, this is Zach.
Zach. You got a call sign, Zach?
Yeah, KC1MYG.
MYG.
I just got to that.
Oh, you just got it?
Just got it, yeah. I took a remote test 2 days ago.
Oh, so you're, wow, wait. You took a remote test 2 days ago and you already got your call sign?
Yeah. Yep, just got this
Whoa,
morning.
That's impressive. Well, congratulations. Not only getting your license, but being one of the first to do remote testing and get their license. So way to go.
Thank you. Yeah, I just wanted to call in and say thanks. You kind of were one of the big reasons that I got into this hobby. And, I can talk about the remote licensing process if you want.
So you did it on Zoom, right?
Yep. Yeah, I was on Zoom. I found the session was through LA VC, and I'm in Rhode Island. So that was kind of interesting.
Mm-hmm. And
I think they're the only ones doing it right now.
Well, wait. So it was all done on Zoom, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Cool. And it was pretty straightforward. They just watched. They had 3 proctors in the room watching, and that was it.
Yeah, that was it. I signed up, and all these slots were full when I signed up. So I was on a wait list.
Yep.
So I waited for about an hour and a half or so, and they were able to get to me. And they were saying there was a lot of people on the wait list, and all the sessions for the next week or so were already booked. So to anyone who wants to, who's trying to book a session, I'd probably recommend looking for the one that's furthest out and then signing onto that and just getting onto the wait list.
Okay, well, very good.
Anyways,
I'm glad you did it. I'm glad you got through, and I'm pretty impressed by how quickly they did.
Yeah, same. It was a pleasant surprise. I'll hop off here. Thanks again, Josh.
Right on.
I'll
Thanks for
keep
calling
watching.
in. All right, Zach, take it easy, and congrats again. All right. New caller. What's your name?
Hi, are you talking to me?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, this is Ruben. And my call sign is Kilo Delta 6, Charlie Whiskey, India.
All right. You got to mute your YouTube audio in the background. It'll help out a lot.
Okay. So turn off the audio. Okay, good. Great. Hey, I'm happy to talk to you. I've been watching your videos for probably, 5 weeks now? And my license was way back in the 90s. And I just pulled out my handheld, a month and a half ago? And it took me 3 weeks to access a repeater here in San Diego. And I've learned a lot. And bottom line is, I ended up purchasing a new radio based on your reviews.
Okay.
Guess what I got after all of this? A 9918.
A 991A?
FT 991A.
Yes, a Yaesu. Okay.
Yeah, so I watched your videos. I looked at the handhelds, the mobiles, and then, the mobile I was looking for got discontinued. It was like a 4-band, kind of a Yaesu.
9800, yeah.
Yes. And then I got frustrated, so I just hit the top of the line. And right now it's still in the box, and I haven't even set it up yet. And the reason for that, I want to learn it before I can set it up. I ended up getting an antenna. It's Comtech. It's like a big tube antenna is what it is.
Okay.
With a magna mount with a 3x4 galvanized sheet in the bottom. And I think the power supply that I got was the Samtec or whatever. I can't memorize it. My memory is not that great. But anyway, how do you contribute on your channel? I mean, this is the first time I contacted you, and I wanted to at least leave a contribution to you in your effort.
There's the super chat that's on YouTube is one way. If you like are you interested in the products I'm reviewing or talk about, there is an Amazon link to most of them. I'm an Amazon associate, so I do get a cut of some of the sale. That's not to support me or anything, but if you are already interested in buying some of that stuff, then, that's one way. And then I have a Patreon, and the link for Patreon is in the description.
Right. What I want to do is I see people contributing here on YouTube. How do I contribute here in YouTube?
You can use
when
the super
they're
chat.
putting like $5 or $15
Super
or whatever.
chat. In the chat room, there's a little thing that says SS or super chat. You just click that.
Okay, so just do the super chat.
Yeah. That's
Wow.
fine.
So, what days in the week and what time in the week do you normally do this chat? So I can get back to you.
Saturdays at around 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Yeah. I'm in San Diego, so it's pretty much the same time. Saturday 5. I'll give you a call again, and so for the other people to have an opportunity to talk to you.
Okay.
I just want to introduce myself. See, there's Ryan that put $1.99. So if I'm looking at the screen, where do I put this thing?
In the chat room, there's a button that says SS Super Chat. Click that.
There's on the right side is what it is.
In the chat room.
Chat room.
On the bottom, where you would type right there.
Oh, on the bathroom. On the okay. So there's a dollar sign.
Yes, that's
okay.
it.
I click on the dollar sign, and then what? What happens?
I'm gonna go to the next caller. It's okay. Take a look at it.
Thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate it, Ruben. I'm doing YouTube IT work. Thank you, though. I appreciate you calling in, and thank you, Luke, for the super chat. New caller. What's your name? I think you got. Well, you go back on mute. I don't think they're having phone issues.
This is REG.
New caller. What's your name?
This is REG.
REG.
REG. ARIG. KD9FZZ.
Okay. How's it going?
Kilo. Good. I wanted to ask you. I am studying for my general exam. I've seen you as well as you and I have hung out in Dave Kessler's room. I wanted to know what would be a good mid-grade radio for fox hunting, and pretty much that's all I'm looking for. I'm also inquiring about this radio that only does 20 meter. Is this the only 20 meter radio that it does it?
So what frequencies? This doesn't do 20 meters. This is a VHF UHF transmitter, but it can receive shortwave, AM broadcast, FM. It has a very wide banded receiver, but it only transmits within the VHF UHF space.
Okay, so going back to my original question, what radio mid-grade price would you recommend myself just to get my very first radio, possibly just doing fox hunting?
Do you know what frequencies they're going to be transmitting on for fox hunting?
I would say 2 meters. I wouldn't. I believe that my North Shore Ham Radio Club does the repeat, uses the repeater.
Okay. So sometimes they do fox hunting with 80 meters, but if it's VHF UHF, my first handy talkie was a Yaesu FT3DR. I still really like it. It's inexpensive. That's not a bad place to go. There are plenty of kind of mid-range HTs on the market. So there's, take a look online at reviews that you might find interesting and go with that.
Okay, I was looking at that FT60 or the FT70.
So the FT60 is going to be able to receive airband, and I really like the front end of the FT60. The FT70 is going to offer you to have the not Wires X, the Yaesu System Fusion. So if you want to do digital modes, you do that with the FT70. I got John Crook in the house. Sorry, go ahead. Sorry, I cut you off.
Sorry, Josh. I'll have to study more about that between the digital and the non-digital radio. But if you're recommending FT60, then maybe I'll just should go with them for my very first radio.
Either one of those is going to be good, but for fox hunting, I don't know. Possibly, if you go into fox hunting, I feel like you're kind of adjacent to potentially working satellites. FT60 is good for that.
Okay. Thank you very much for your time, Josh.
All right, take it easy. So we got a couple of people that joined the chat. We got Katie, WY7YL, who's a good friend of mine, and I think we have Yaesu USA official, which that could be John Crook. So if it is, how you doing, John? All right, we got a couple other calls here. Hi, new caller. What's your name?
Hi, my name is Kendall Knowles, and I'm in Maine. My call sign is Kilo Bravo 1, India Juliet Delta.
Okay. What's up, Kendall?
I just bought an FT3DR, and I was really frustrated at first. I couldn't figure out why I couldn't hear anybody on digital. and I just posted something to Facebook, and then finally I just by accident pushed the Wires X button, and that was it. I didn't realize because
Yeah, so
I had a. Go ahead.
No, usually for Wires X rooms, at least the ones I'm familiar with, the repeaters there that are around here, it's just a straight shot frequency. You just have the one frequency, you set it, and then you hit the Wires X button, and that's it. You're done. So.
Yeah, I didn't realize it because I figured right out of the box I should have been hearing something once I turned the radio on and put the frequency in, but I didn't catch that in the manual where it says you have to hit the Wires X button. I was hitting the GM button. And
GM is not for that. That's for two radios that are in close proximity to each other that can both do GM to talk, and it gives you distance between them. That is not the Wires X or Yaesu System Fusion for that matter. That's a different thing.
Thank you for your videos. I just downloaded the software. I'm going to put it on my card and put it in my machine. And I also saw your other one, the 2R, the whatever you call it, the 2 and the 3. And so thanks. You've helped me a lot.
Well, thank you for watching. I appreciate it. And again, the Yaesu software is fine. You can do all your programming that way, but you're going to be doing a lot of copy and pasting, figuring out comma-separated value files. The RT systems with their query makes it pretty easy to pull in frequencies, but your mileage will vary depending on how you want to do it. That's just me personally.
That's what I do. I bought the RT system one. I bought it I bought it during your video.
Right on. Well, there you go. Give it a shot.
So I have. So thanks very much. I'll let you go, and I'll watch the rest of it before I go to bed. And I also said that you've inspired me because I'm going to have myself a root beer float.
Well, all right. Very good. Thank you. And that was Kendall, right? Welcome. Thanks for calling in.
It is.
Yep. Everybody. So we've got, it's Monvel, right? Monvel? KN4JFK. How you doing?
I'm doing just fine, Josh. It's good to hear from you. I was going to say, I a week and a half ago bought my FT3DR and the Bluetooth headset and a AA battery extra pack. Got the radio this afternoon. Actually, it's still on charge while I've been watching your video here, and I just wanted to say I really appreciate what you've been doing for the community.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it, and thank you for the support you've given. And I'm glad you're gonna have some fun with the FT3DR. That's awesome.
Thanks a lot. 73 to you.
Okay, well, thanks for calling. I appreciate it. Take it easy.
Bye.
Semper Fi Guy, thank you for the super chat. Says thanks for all the informative videos. Just got the FT3 recently. University of Arizona Ham Club. That's pretty cool. Right on. I am quickly gonna reach the 2-hour mark here, so we're gonna try and wrap up the calls pretty quick. We'll take another one. New caller.
Hi, this is Dorian.
Hi, you need to mute your YouTube side. Did you say your name was Dorian?
No, Dorian.
Oh, Julian. Okay. How's it going?
I took the test 3 times and I found it all times.
You took... What's the question?
1 minute.
Okay. We'll leave it at that. I don't know if that was... Are you there? It looks like this person came in and left a couple of times. So we're going to leave it at that. It looks like they called and left and called and left. So that could be telling of somebody that could be up to shenanigans. So we'll leave it. We'll leave them alone. That's a good place to get ready to end the stream here. Okay, well, I hope that was somewhat informative, although we ran into some problems with the programming software, but I think we sorted that out, and I think we got it taken care of. At least I covered what I wanted to cover, and that's largely the information for the different feature sets, like the big ones, APRS, somewhat of the digital, the wire stuff connected to my Zoom spot. Although, if you live in a more prominent area for Yaesu System Fusion, particularly Wires X, you're going to get that display where you can jump around to different groups. So you're going to get a different type of experience. I don't really have that down here. At least one that I can hit from my house. That's the larger problem. And yeah, so anyway, want to say a big thank you to not just you for watching, but all of the patrons who support me in this kind of effort in getting material out there, getting stuff going on the Ham Radio Crash Course. So gotta say thank you to Jason Brown, Jason Siebert, David Dancero, Danny Miller, Wesley Magyar, Barbara Schrock, Evan Hartman, Mark Fields, Brad Snyder, Dennis Dunderdale, Garrett Larson, 86 DM Dennis, The Wyoming Ham, Randall Hinsley, Dennis Mickelson, Michael Hunt. For those that may be leaving, don't forget Discord. We're going to be heading over there shortly for the live after chat. George Gaini, Andy, Kenny Miyamoto, Ron Thorson, Ken Hall, Sean Bales, KJ7ITX, Jergetchevich, Rob Zarges, Devin B. Hedge, Mark Chase, Raymond Cracker, Geraldo Kelso, Lee Harrell, Michael Kearney, Stevie Barker, Corey Sheldon, Brad Nadeau, Stephen Hunt, Connard Carroll, Mike Marusin, Mike Heerly, Harold Carpenter, the Brew Crew. I killed my brew. This is a long stream. Stephen Hunter, Justin Rao, Stephen Carduz, Richard Smith, Hercules, KC1LZR, John Flowers, Stephen Blandford, Andy Crowley, Matthew, Tom Wright, Bill McCarty, Good Game Ham Radio, who will be joining us on the YouTubers Ham Fest. So make sure you go join and subscribe to all those channels that are over on the link in the description, which is going to make it easier for you to follow the live streams when we go live. Simon Deards, Nicholas Dubé, Michael Iafredo, KD9, Oof, Jason Jenkins, John Gentzel, Jace Ravenfield, Masi Madi, Daniel Sullivan, Michael Hunt, Jason Legg, Jonathan Williams, Andy Cowley, Don Riley, Jonathan York, Robert Grimus, Herb Bracington, James Tartamella, William Huster, Ryan McDonald, Richard Swartz, Michael Brennick, the FN 5.7x28, Michael Samanis, Philip Castile, Zach Baker, Corey Appleby, Christopher Keener, Scott Clean, Monvel Mascu, Kevin Adams, and Jake Mall. All right, let's see. I think that about covers it. Make sure you guys go check out the giveaway. It is going to be next week if you want to try and get in on the IC7300. I have a few more of the ICOM QRP crew shirts, which is only available through me. They don't exist otherwise. We're going to do a couple of Embry antennas. We have some stuff from Quirky QRP, a couple of things from MFJ, and Part 97, who is the company, the shirts that I often wear on the stream. They've given me a bunch of coupons to give away. So if you sign up one place, all my giveaways, I'm going to use that email list to pick the winners by name, of course. I won't give your email out or anything like that. So we'll pick up just random numbers, pull a winner. That person will win that prize. I'll email you. Pretty easy, super easy. I missed some super chats. Let me go back. Yeah, it's Fast and Furious, man. Did I miss a super chat? KN4WOU, thank you for supporting the community and expanding my no. I love to expand your no. Semper Fi guy, I got it. Yeah, University Amateur Arizona Ham Club. Right on. Did I miss any more? No, I got it. So Hamilton, appreciate it. All right. Take it easy, guys. I'm going to head over to Discord shortly after I go to the restroom. I'll see ya. Hope you enjoyed the show. Give me a thumbs up if you hadn't already, and hit subscribe. All right. KI6NAZ. I'll chat to you later. See ya. 73.